To use the PDM Companies module, we simply have to select a location like Northampton, an industry SIC code. I'm going to use 68100, which is buying and selling of your own real estate, and I'm going to choose the last 30 days. The system has now generated 25 results, which are property companies from Northampton that have launched within the last 30 days. We can also use a custom date search, so we could go back to say 2020 and hit search for a larger time frame, and we've generated 854 results. We can use a quick button, so if we only wanted to search dissolved companies or we only wanted to search property owners, we can use one of these quick buttons. It will take slightly longer to search, but as you can see, we've generated 310 results. If we wanted to generate all results as an advanced report, we need to make sure that it's less than 950 results. If it's more than 950, just split your report into 2 date ranges. Now, if we select Advanced Report, we can call this one Northampton 68100 2020 to 2026 Generate Report. This will take anywhere from 5 to 25 minutes to generate this report. Once you've opened up your advanced report, you can use some quick filters like show me companies with mortgages or show me cash buyers, or just underneath that, you'll see the full list of advanced filters. Now, these you'll be able to include or exclude information. So I could say show me companies with at least one mortgage, and you'll see that that's narrowed it down to 496. Or I could say show me companies I want to exclude with at least one mortgage, but maybe are property owners, and that's going to produce me a list of cash buyers. I could say show me serious buyers, so maybe people with more than 10 mortgages, and that drops it down to 30. Or I could find people with potentially motivated to sell, because using public data they may be in a financial tight spot. So show me people with at least one mortgage, with overdue accounts and overdue confirmation statements. That's narrowed it down to 10, and I could maybe even look at people with an active proposal to strike off, and that's narrowed it down to 9. These are companies I'd probably contact as they're likely going to be motivated sellers. I could also just identify a company with filing issues. So if I was using it from a property accounting point of view, I could say show me people with overdue with at least one mortgage, exclude people with overdue accounts, but still include people with an overdue confirmation statement. And I found 16 property companies there that I could potentially fix a filing issue for. So there's lots of things you can do with the advanced filters, and it's really, really good to segment serious buyers, people with filing issues, and identify motivated sellers. Now that we've opened up a company record, in this case AMBS Investments Limited, we can start to see some key information like their accounts are in good order, their confirmation statement has been filed, they've not filed for liquidation. We can see that there's 2 directors here. We can see that they have a linked business that we managed to obtain a telephone number for. If we click on the little linked business icon here, it will show you their trading company. And that is just one lead, one inroad, how you may be able to get in contact with this director. We can see that they've got a mortgage on this property here. On their declared owned properties, we've got the same address and some information about their finances as well. So current net assets at £5,924. We can see some key movements here and a little bit more about their previous years and current years financial statements. So if we come down to the director's details here, as well as a telephone number to their linked companies, we've also got 3 options, 3 types of searches that we could do for LinkedIn. If we do a default and select the little icon underneath the director's name, we've managed to find a similar matching name. And we can actually see that they're the operation officer at Raj Kettering, which we know is a linked business, so we know that this is the profile. If it was a much more common name in a much larger area like John Smith in London, then what we might want to do is use an advanced search, which then takes the name and location into account. Now this is interesting because it's not found any details for this director now, even when using an advanced search, because this may just be a care of address of their accountant and may not actually be their declared address on LinkedIn. So if we now use AI, what AI will do is look between all the linked companies, it will look for industry links, and it will try and come up with its best guess at the profile that it thinks is linked to this company. And as you can see, it came to the same conclusion we did, that it is an exact name match and it is the Chief Operations Officer at the director's linked company. So now we can connect in with this director, we can drop them a message and introduce ourselves or our products and services.